Hello, and welcome to another Week 6 match. I'm not going to pretend I know how many Week 6 matches have been recorded already at this point. But we have the Marshadow's band of Miscreants on goes, sitting at a 4-1, currently the second seed, only losing to the undefeated Empire State Dragons, with a very clean win against the Lake of Raiders. I thought it was a very well played. And we have the Chien Paounding on ice, who recently took a win over myself last week and started out 0-3, but a strong couple weeks with, I would argue, with much improved play. They're right back in it at 2-3. Alolan Marowak is like gonna be a huge problem for Chien Paounding here. He's only got one mon here that's that's neutral to fire, and what I'm very scared of with a lead for Chien Paounding is like Cofagrigus Alolan Marowak. That seems really hard to beat because Alolan Marowak in Trick Room outspeeds everything except Mega Abomasnow. Mega Abomasnow is one of the Mega Evolutions that actually gets slower when you Mega Evolve it. So like that's gonna be like a huge thing to stop. And I'm not really sure like what potential lead you can do to stop it. You can do I almost want to lead like Chien Paound Iron Bundle just to try to get that stopped. Like that seems like a pretty rough thing to really stop doing. Goldango is also a problem. Make It Rains hits so many things for super effectively. It hits one mon per quad super effectively with the Ninetales. I just realized that too. Marshadow is also really annoying here. This looks like a pretty rough matchup, and decent amount of these mons get Brick Break to break the Aurora Veil, which is like really rough. You got, dude. I think I would want to lead Chien Pao and Iron Bundle here. Just have ways to try to beat either a Marowak Cofagrigus League that's trying to get a Trick Room. You can also Chien Pao just hits almost everything for super effectively here. Chien Pao can crunch Goldango, and depending on how it's trained, it may die the Goldango. So that's pretty big. But yeah, this is gonna be a tough matchup. Maybe you can encore the Cofagrigus at one point. No, you really can't once the Trick Room goes up because of speed control. Well, let's see how this goes. Okay, so this lead is literally Marshadow's band of Miscreants is doing the exact opposite lead of what I'm doing. So instead of going trying to set up Trick Room, they are going with their mons that hit fast and that hit hard, and against a lead like this, it's kind of alright. When I'm looking at this, and then Chien Paounding looks like it's just going for a very standard, have my Regice be disruptive and just live forever lead, and have Vanillex just set up one of these mon set up screens, the other one be annoying. A good thing about a lead like this for Marshadow's band of Miscreants is you can double attack the slot you think that's going to set up screens, and possibly KO them. Marshadow is one of the few Pokemon can actually threaten Regice in snow. So yeah. So I imagine some sort of I imagine Dragon Darts plus close combat a slot, because Dragon Darts hits through protect, which is hits if something protects, the double hits an other mon that doesn't protect, which is pretty nice. I wouldn't be surprised if this Dragon Pult was choice banded, honestly. It's Deviantart's is like a pretty safe click into almost all of these mons in the close combat. I think kind of just want to like, I feel like you need to try to get a Blizzard off here to like threaten the Dragon Pult, or else this is going to start running away with the game and just like start punishing close combats that decrease defense. So I kind of just want to click double Blizzard here and just try to get one off. Brick Break. Okay, that didn't do nearly. Oh my gosh, the Dragon Pult lives, but just barely. And yeah, I guess the Brick Break makes more sense close combat in this match because you want to get rid of the screens and also make sure the defense does get lowered. But now you're in a predicament where the Roar Veil is nice, but it's only going to be used for like, it's only going to get value for like one attack, which is pretty annoying here. Well, this wasn't a bad turn by any means for Chien Paounding. The Dragon Darts is not going to kill the Regice, and you can just like Blizzard again. You can like just kind of just do a repeat of this turn where you just like Blizzard with the Vanillux. I think that's like a pretty fair play, and like I think you just kind of got to attack. You don't have to. You can switch out the Dragon Pole honestly into like Goldango, and that's not bad. And try it. Yeah, I like. You can switch out Goldango, switching Goldango for Dragon Pools. I think this Dragon Pool still has decent value, and like Brick Break, probably. I'd Brick Break the Brick Break. No, the Brick Break would kill Regice. So do the Doors. Yeah. Brick Break Regice your guard to get the KO on it. I think that's a pretty clean play here. And I think you just kind of just gotta attack if you're Chien Paounding. Oh, the double. Okay, so it probably still KOs, but it could possibly be. Yeah, protecting the Dragon Darts is like just rough. You can't really. Okay. This actually worked out very well. I actually take what I said back. This works pretty well because, yeah, the Dragon Dart just like it hits the other mon. But like the Brick Break into the Regice is like kind of telegraphed here. So like this is like a pretty fair trade that you can do. And like you get the Roar Veil for one time. This was actually a really good play. I really like this play. I'm not a big fan of this Dragon Pult stay in, truthfully. And I think that was kind of a mistake here. I think it still had value, and I think it could have got more value than it just did there. Okay, here comes Cofagrigus, which this one very much worries me. Because if it gets Trick Room up and it gets in safely with the Marowak, that's like pretty big. I want to like try to disrupt this Cofagrigus as much as possible, and I'm not really sure how you do that. Like, I would just ignore this Marshadow slot, to be honest, because I don't think the Marshadow like is hitting hard. But like, if you like Trick Rooms and you kill the Marshadow, then you just get a free switch into the Marowak, and you get some free switch in the Marowak, and that's just rough. But like, I could see like, I would like Trick Room Brick Break here, and like, yeah, and I think this is like a fairly safe play you can do. And if you suffer like a one turn of like Trick Room sabotaging your only just your Marshadow, that's not a big deal because then the Marowak can come in. We have more screens. Oh, Toxic Spikes. Interesting. This is actually... Toxic Spikes is actually like a very good move against this team. Because these mons are just so obnoxiously tanky. That just having like a way to like get guaranteed damage on them every single turn is like very, very nice. Like this is a good run. What light screened? Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the light screen this turn, in all honesty, because the Brick Break was like pretty obvious here. So like, if you could get up a Roar Veil and that would just be a better thing to bring up. Or like, I don't know if you're running Reflect, but at least you can run Reflect if for some reason not getting a Brick Break, and that would just be like more valuable against these physical attackers. Like, I would have just rather click Blizzard here. Yeah. I mean, I guess with then the Marshadow gets the Trick Room. I would at least reflect here. I think if you have reflect, I think that's strictly better. But now now that I see this Cofagrigus didn't it's like Toxic Spiking and not doing that, I just attack. I try to just double click Blizzard here. Truthfully, I don't want to deal with these Toxic Spikes. Brick is gonna KO. Blizzard, that did some decent. Yeah, so here's where things get tricky. You're now on a timer for the rest of the game. Like, this is where you're gonna have to, like, start getting creative on how to output a lot of damage quickly for the rest of your mons. You're gonna have to do, like, or you're gonna have to, like, do switches to prevent the damage from stacking up too fast. So what would you send? So what would I send in here? I guess that's the question that should be answered for both sides. You can like switch in Banette, start like slowing the game down even further, like Will-O-Wisping if you expect either Abomasnow or Chien Pao to slow down these mons even further. No, never mind. I'm a liar. You can't Toxic and Bird someone. Like, Gholdengo's really bulky, and like I wouldn't mind sending that in. And like if you have like, I'm guessing this Gholdengo is trained to live a Chien Pao, Crunch. I wouldn't be surprised if that were to be trained like that, and you can just start spamming Make It Rain till the game's over. You could like send in Iron Bundle and Encore the Cofagrigus and just make it a liability, assuming you do have Encore. That's like not a bad move either. Okay, here comes the Chien Pao into a Banette, which is like very good matchup because there's Prankster. You can't burn it because of the Toxic. It's also just immune to Prankster in general, so I'm like, I don't know what this. You're also the annoying thing is if you're running Sash on Chien Pao, it gets broken this turn. But like, dude, I almost don't want to like crunch the Banette. Like, I almost don't want to do that because I'm so scared that this thing is gonna protect this turn. How much is this Blizzard? Is Blizzard not doing that? Huh. Like, I almost want to just like, crunch and like Blizzard and just call out that this Banette is gonna protect. Is that crazy? That's crazy, but I think it kind of makes sense in this context. I think yeah, the focus that. Oh my gosh. Okay, he just calls out that there's not going to be protect, and that Banette is just gone and does not get disabled. And the Blizzard KOs because Amon died. I mean, does extra damage. That is something I did not think of. Oh my gosh, that's absolutely huge. Oh my goodness. Chien Paounding is now up 5-2. With only Marowak and Gholdengo, which are arguably the two biggest threats, but the damage may be just like, this may be a bit too much damage at this point to like overcome. I kind of want, there is no snow, which is like kind of an issue here. I kind of want to like just like get snow. How silly is it to try to get snow back up and like try to give up tempo? Well, no, I think it's fine because the Marowak, what's it called? Marowak doesn't have many, what's it called? It doesn't have really priority moves. So, like, that's like kind of like a fine thing to do. Like, what I'm scared of is like a Make It Rain, killing the Chien Pao, and like protecting a little Marowak. So like I kind of want to just like try to bait out a protect and switch into a snow setter and like just start trying to mitigate the damage and like sacking shit. Like kind of since you're up so much, like getting a sack in because like this Alolan Ninetales is not like gonna survive neither of these two Mon moves. So like I don't mind doing that. Crunch just KOs. Okay, just again, just going for you don't have protect, and it's called it out again. This Baker Rain is definitely gonna do big damage, but this is probably gonna be a bit too little, too late at this point. Because, man, you're at -1 special attack, and Mega Bombsto like can definitely still take like a Make It Rain, and you have the Iron Bundle to just like it's so fast to get a big hit in. Like, I don't think this Goldango is enough in the tank to win a 3v1. You could like protect one turn to get some free toxic damage. That is one you could do, and what you probably should do. Nope. Does not have protect. Let's see how much this Reiki Ring does. You may need a crit here. Does not get a crit. And this is what Earth Power. That Earth Power is going to do so much damage. And this is okay. So how do you ensure you win this game now? That's the thing you got to figure out. Let's see. This toxic damage is. Let's see, I need to see how much this toxic damage. Okay. So you could just this Blizzard did 25%. That's gonna be more than enough. So you can like Blizzard. You could just keep mashing Blizzard here. Like if it has protect, like that's like fine because it needs to chain like 6, 12. Let's get next toxic damage 12, 18. So you'd have to get a double protect to even have a chance of winning. Okay, that's one. Does he get the second? That's what this game's going to rely on. He doesn't even go for it. That's a mistake there. Your only chance of winning... I mean, I guess it's... 9 Ninetales, even without, is probably not going to... Probably still got to pick up a KO because it's faster. But that is a huge win. Just calling out when when monsters don't have protect and just going for the kill. And just like that, Chien Paounding from what looks like a dead season. I think if the season ended today, they may just have a playoff spot right now. But there's still a good amount of the season to go. Huge congrats to Chien Paounding for this amazing comeback. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.